What's up, Show Nation? This is Chris Singleton, and welcome to the show.
Natural disasters, all these emotional rappers. Master of my own fate and I own my own masters.
From Target Field in Minneapolis, MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Minnesota Twins. Back here with my pal Siggy, and towing the slab, Brady Yastrzemski.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season, and when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Next offering down low and in the dirt. That one just misses.
Looks like he thinks that should have been a strike at the top of the zone, but doesn't seem to be too upset. That's just a case where I think he's trying to get a better feel for the umpire's strike zone and what he's going to be calling. That's just a part of pitching. That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play. Here's Royce Lewis.
He's struggled to make contact lately. Almost 2 strikeouts per game over his last 10.
At the belt and fires. In there at the knees. And that is strike 2. Watson over at first with 1 away. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
Just missed.
It's a good take.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? Double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate it.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Around third. He'll score, and it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Next pitch is outside.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
1 run across to the frame so far here in the second and final game of the series. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The pitch on the ground. House in plenty of time to first, inning over, and it could have been. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's going to be Matt Wallner. Fouled off. He was late. Wallner in his 6th season, 30 years old now, and he's driven in 8 runs over his last 10 games. That one is absolutely belted. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
And he deals. Just missed. Lifted in the air down the left side. That one gets down for a hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and they lead by 2.
comes through with the RBI. Just a blue hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman and shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
Shea Langoliers, the next twin up to hit.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Just one hit in his last 5 games.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. One on, nobody out, a run in, bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a foul straight back. Off the mark there. 2-1. That one lifted to left. Drops into the glove. Max Kepler at the plate.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
The pitch. Bounce to third. Could be extra bases. Rodriguez around second, headed for third. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. So the batting order turns over. Harold Ramirez at the dish. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. And there's a foul ball. 2 on, 1 out. Just missed.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms.
Base hit, left center field. 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they lead by 4.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And that skips into dirt.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Line drive. Puts it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
They're down the 0-1. Swing and a line drive curling foul down the right side. Ramirez off of first with 2 away. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Under it. And that's the 3rd out. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now it's the second baseman, Edouard Julien. Strike 1.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His 3rd inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
In time to Bush. A great play deep in the hole. And next for Minnesota, Brian De La Cruz. Foul ball.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. In time to Bush. And a couple of quick outs.
Now
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Minnesota, Matt Wallner. And ball 1.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Swings and misses. And it's 1-1. Kicks and deals.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
2 outs. Line drive, base hit. Next is the designated hitter, Emmanuel Rodriguez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
And the right-hander deals. That one ripped. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Around third. The relay throw. He's safe.
puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI.
New pitcher in the game for the Cubs.
These two-game series have a different feel. There's kind of an urgency. So to come in and take both games, sweep the series, feels really good.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Saturday baseball on the show. It's the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, ready to go here. And the batter now, Ha-Sung Kim on the ground. House tosses to first. One up, one down. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. First pitch misses. And fires in a fastball at 95. Cronenworth, the 7th-round pick by the Rays in 2015 out of the University of Michigan, where he was a two-way guy. And in fact, the Rays used him that way. And that one is lifted in the air. And there are two down. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
2 out, space is empty. On the ground to short, Triantos. Over to first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Padres down. Back here at the friendly confines. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's Manny Machado. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. Machado getting to start at the hot corner. More than 2,000 hits in his career. And he's a former Gold Glove Award winner. Stretches out and hauls it in. Ethan Salas now at the plate. Line to left. Could be extra bases. And that's going to get into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line.
Oh, now a great stop. And they get the out. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Fastball for a strike.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should happen here today.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Got it by him for the K. New inning getting started. Stepping in for San Diego, Tucupita Marcano. First pitch is in the dirt. Just missed. Strike one.
There are very few counts in today's game where you can just full-on expect a fastball. I mean, even 2-0. Perfect example right there.
And downstairs. On the ground to the left. Boots it. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it. So up next, Reese Hines. That's in there. That's strike one. That's a little bit low. Bounce to the left side. Goes to second for one. On to Bush. It's a double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Kim takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Top of the third, no score. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and now 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here at Wrigley Field, now the number 2 hitter, Jake Cronenworth. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And makes the grab. 1 away.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at-bat.
Rtts, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Now one missed. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. Got him. And there's 2 away. Manny Machado up to the plate. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 1. Fourth inning underway, no score. In the air, right field, Pajes. Moving under this one. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Ethan Salas. And a foul ball.
You know, these Padres, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
That misses, and the count 1-2. Goes down looking. Matt Vierling, the next up for the Padres. And there's a strike. Vierling in his 7th season, 31 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2018. Pajes brings it in with a nice running grab. Hernandez in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering is down low. Wouldn't chase that time.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
2 down, nobody on. Now a screamer into the outfield. Taveras grabs it on the run. All set for the top of the 6th. So digging in now for San Diego, Tucupita Marcano. The pitch. That's in there, and that is strike 1.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. Go ahead run on base, and now the center fielder, Reese Hines. First offering, and it just misses. Swing and a miss. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
The 1-2. And another ball. That misses, and it's 3-2.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
And that should be extra bases. Marcano headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And there's a foul ball. Hines at second with nobody out. And a strike. And takes low for ball one.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him off. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
In time to Bush. Now one gone in the top of the sixth. And here's the first baseman, Jake Cronenworth. And there's a strike. One run across to the frame so far here in the second game of the series. On the ground right side, and he grabs it foul. Line drive.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Tatis up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Late on that fastball. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Taveras snags it on the run. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. Back here at Wrigley Field, we go to the top of the 7th. Now the third baseman, Manny Machado. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Salas, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but
oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Pitch misses there. 2-2.
It's a good take.
Rips one to right. Fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. The tag out.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there. That single.
On the mound now, Joe Yastrzemski made it into the 7th and picked up a quality start.
He showed some real competitive fire in this one, Boog. Wasn't an all-timer of a start, but he did his job well, even if they did wind up losing the game.